Hello, dating channel. How you guys doing out there? A lot of you guys are expecting me on the other channel, but I just released a video yesterday, so no need to pop up every day on that channel. Let it percolate a little bit. Let it actually work for me. How you guys doing today? We're going to talk about happy wife, happy life is absolute nonsense. A lot of you guys, probably younger guys, have never heard the term happy wife, happy life, where you are basically programmed to think give everything to your wife, then she'll give everything back to you in return, meaning happy life, the house is made, this and this and that. And in my experience, I have found that to be utter nonsense, absolute utter nonsense, a fallacy. Why? Because Sancho Plumbing Services was putting in overtime when women that had a happy life or were happy wives saying they had a happy life. Meanwhile, they're getting dick down on the side.
I like to fuck him in the ass while you shoot up the pussy.
So I'm going to talk to you guys today about prioritizing your man. Prioritizing your man is actually way more effective at having a happy life than expecting to be treated like a princess. I've met so many women, guys, out there in my dating life that were brought up by parents who treated her like a princess, gave her everything she wanted. You can do no wrong. You're my little princess. I'm never going to let a guy treat you any less than what you deserve. Then you throw them out there in the real world where there's Tyrone, there's Chad, there's all these motherfuckers that play the game like experts, and your cute little princess ends up falling for some fucking retard that gives her everything and she is not happy. Oh, I want Chad. Well, Chad doesn't give a fuck about you. You're Chad's fifth girl on the Rolodex or eighth Tiffany on his phone. Tyrone dick you down good, but he don't give a fuck about you either. You got to end up with a Steve or Brian that ends up giving you everything, and you go, there it is, happy wife, happy life. No other place was this more apparent than Texas. See, a lot of you guys probably think Texas is full of like manly men and guys that are like super tough. Wrong. Texas is full of some of the most insecure sons of bitches I've ever heard of in my life, and some of the most pussy whipped motherfuckers I've ever heard of in my life. So just because you see a guy that says he's from Texas and he's a badass, that don't mean shit. His wife got him wrapped around his finger because maybe they come from a system that taught them, give everything to my wife, she's going to treat me real good. And then you find out no matter how much shit you give her, no matter how nice you treat her, Western women nowadays want it all and expect to give nothing in you can pretty much, they do not feel the need to give anything back in return. So you gentlemen are going to have to start going out there and looking for women that please you first. Because what happens when a woman gives me everything I need? I prioritize them. This girl rubs my feet, takes care of the kid, licks the bolas, the culo, and the space in between. Shit, I'll work 3 jobs to get her the shoes, the perfume, whatever, because we want to do that automatically. But when we're put in a position that we are expected to do that, you can rest assured we ain't going to do that shit. Because nowadays, women want it all. And men are expected to be traditional, chivalrous, old school, but women are not expected to be that way. It's a lose-lose situation. Happy wife, happy life. Let's say hi to the people here and we'll get after it. Did I enable the chats? Yes, I enabled the chats here. Coyote Fury. Oh Jesus, I did not do the pop-out chat. I apologize. Oh my God, I'm out of practice. Okay, copy. Chat, live chat. Here we go. Because I want, you guys like seeing your name pop up on the chat, especially on the replay. You guys love all that bullshit. So happy wife, happy life is bullshit. If she's down for the cause, you give her whatever she wants. Coyote Fury's in the house. That douche did it. Melissa, the pretty lady with the cookies. I guess Joe Goodenough from VMP bought a bunch of cookies from you guys. He said that shit was so legit that it wasn't even funny. I'm so happy that Oh My God Cookies has absolutely nailed it in terms of the flavors, the marketing, the advertising. They did a really good job. TJ Sikorsky, EPA in the house, the husband of Melissa. Zotix or Zotix Garage, Skinny Girl Killer, Agent Orange, Redbird, Matt A, Fresh Pasteles, Jason, Chris A, Tito, Razo. Mike Smith, YouTube Corrupt, one of the mods. What's up, brother? Says hello, hello. Jason Abels, JPZ06 said I made it. Cliff Elmore, 2000 MCR. Jason Alex Vallejo, Skinny Go Stretch Marks, Paul H, Jared, TRD, Ricky, Money 540, Andre Garcia. Happy wife, happy life is for men that can't do any better or get another woman, aka he's desperate. TRD Ricky, I had a friend like that. He fixed her citizenship, gave her everything. She wouldn't let him hang out with us guys. 10 months later, she left him and she remarried in Colorado. He learned his lesson. Happy wife, happy life is a fallacy. In the Hispanic traditional sense of relationships, Cuban, Puerto Rican, Dominican, even Brazilian, but not Colombian. Colombian women are brought up to be princesses. Super alpha. The problem with Colombian women is they're probably the best looking women on the planet. Just genetically perfect. The soup mix between a Spanish, native, African, it just all mixed, and you got one of the most perfect faces, hair, bodies in all human species. But the problem is, because of their beauty, they have been treated like princesses their whole life. Then they come here to the United States, and you're just another one. I remember when every single time I'd meet a Colombian woman here, I'd ask them, what do they do for a living? What do you do? They all clean houses, but they all expect to be treated like princesses. They all wear really nice, expensive clothing. They take pictures in front of random Mercedes as if it's theirs. And they want high-end stuff. I'm like, no, you're going to Applebee's. Hell, Applebee's is a huge upgrade than anything you had in Colombia, right? Sí, pero yo me merezco mejor because my father said that I'm a princess. You're a princess? Well, maybe in Colombia you're a princess. Here, you missed the spot. Clean it up. Start treating the men with priority. Start treating the men as they want to be treated. They'll automatically give you stuff. They'll automatically try to make your life better. You don't even have to ask. That's the crazy thing about guys. If the guys are made to feel like they're the king of the castle, they'll automatically work harder, prioritize you, look out for you, make sure you're happy. They'll do that automatically. Whereas if you give everything to Western women, you won't get shit in return. In Hispanic households, every young woman that I know of that was brought up by a traditional mother brings them up to serve. Take care of your man. I haven't fixed my own plate of food since I met homegirl. If she's around, I don't get up for food. She does it. If she's around and we're just chilling, watching some reruns on the couch, she grabs the feet and starts rubbing them. And I'm like, this is all right. And what does that make me do? It makes me want to make sure she's okay. It makes me want to make sure she's happy. I don't have to get her stuff. She doesn't make me feel like I have to get her stuff, but I go out of my way to make sure she's important. I prioritize her because she takes care of the kid. And Western women totally miss out on that concept, and Colombian women. Western women and Colombian women don't even understand that concept. Man first, but Lizzo said I can twerk while playing a flute. And people will respect me. Henry in Kansas City says, finally made it to a live. Nestor Bedros, que lo que, bichotazo. What's up, brother? Jesus Perez. We took care of Joe. He's good people from what I hear. Joe is one of the better human beings you'd ever meet. EPA. Seriously. One of the most just genuine humans I've ever met. Paul H says, ordered cookies as well. Lady Tabiner says, what's up? Lando, Rodrigo, Rex, sometimes I only stay for the kids. Yusuf said, what's up? Hope to try the YWT and the Tony cookie. Look, something better, anything peanut buttery, the Cupid, and the YDBT, in my opinion, are the best shit they have. Now, the one with the Pop-Tarts are badass. I think it's called Birthday Soup, but in my opinion, the YDBT cookie is where it's at. Death by Ori is a bad motherfucker. My wife is always happy we don't have kids. My girlfriend says that too. Every single time we've gone somewhere, my girlfriend goes, oh, thank God we don't have kids. Could you imagine us having kids? And I love that energy. I absolutely love. She goes, I just want to hang out with you. I just want to do stuff with you. I don't want to bring a kid into this. And then, okay, look, for those of you that have kids or you prioritize having children, there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to live a different life. Right now, my life consists of work. I get up, I work, and then after work, I work some more. And then after I'm done working, me and my little lady get busy, go to sleep, I get up and I do it all over again. Then what do? I look forward to the weekends where I work some more. And after work, I take her out, show her a good time of night on the town. And then after that, the next morning, I work some more. And then take her out, maybe do some day stuff. Go out to the park, go to a day pool, get some massages, and then I work again. I am super focused on making money. And you know what? Why I do that? I want a better life for not just me, but for her. Because I know if everything is taken care of in the house, this might sound bad, but this is the deal we strike. I bust my ass in work. She takes care of everything else. Happy spouse. Ain't shit gonna go down. What rhymes with spouse? Happy spouse, no trouble in the house. Do you know what I am saying? I live in Texas, and Alex, it really seems like all women are like that, and it's sad. See, a lot of people think that when I talk bad about Texas, it's because like I have a hatred towards Texas. It's not that, guys. Texas is the biggest, phoniest place for masculinity. Women are out there running the show, acting like alpha women because they were raised that way by their parents. You can do no wrong, honey. You're my little princess. You want an American Girl doll? You want a redhead American Girl doll? You want the Chinese American Girl doll? You want the Black American Girl doll? You want the set? You want the where they sit? What do you call it? The kitchen set? You want the plates? You want the different hairdos? You want the different clothing? Whatever you want, honey. Then they grow up and they're like, I'm used to getting everything I've always wanted. Why would I now change and give everything to a man when I've gotten everything given to me since I was a baby? And you know what? She's right. She's 100% right. Why would she expect to change when the parents brought her up as a princess? Where Hispanic households, the mom would look at the 8-year-old daughter and go, you better fix your father a fucking plate. Because if I see your dad come home from work and lift a finger to get fed, I'm going to smack the shit out of you. That's the difference. Their upbringing. So why is it that a lot of Western men, white guys especially, opt for Filipina, Brazilian woman, Asian girl, Puerto Rican chick? Why can't he just find a nice white girl to hang out with? Because they're pains in the fucking asses generally. Not all of them, but most. Generally, we're princessed up. And society makes them, they prioritize them. You're a bad bitch. And, women's rights and women can do the same thing as men can do. So don't ever let yourself become subservient to a man. Okay, now you're single. And a lot of women can get away with that for a very long time. Meaning, they can get away with being picky in their 20s and 30s. But you guys see it. You guys that are out there dating. When I was dating, same thing. I saw it. Women in their 20s were kind of stuck up. Women in their 30s were kind of giving you attitude problems. And you know when they started loosening up their attitude problems? When they stopped being attractive. When they stopped being attractive, all of a sudden, they were the type of woman I wanted. Oh, now you cook. Now you clean. Now you reply to texts. But what happened when you were 20-something? I was traveling. I was finding myself. I was trying to become an entrepreneur. Mom told me that I could be anything I wanted, so I tried to be everything. And you know what? I never tried to become a wife. Imagine Western women being raised to be wives. No, fuck that. You could be a doctor. You could be an astronaut. Yeah, you can. But you know what? Eventually, you're either going to end up alone or you're either going to end up alone or married with kids or married with a great relationship and you're good. And right now, parents are teaching young women to not be traditional. But they're telling the men they have to be traditional. What the fuck is going on? Happy wife, happy life is bullshit. What's up, brother? Says Vince. Nothing better for the win. Not wanting kids is a pretty weak mindset. No, it's actually the strongest mindset. Nothing is more selfless. Because let's be honest, the natural instinct for a human is to pass on their genes. You're not Michael Jordan. You're not Elon Musk, and neither am I. Nothing I'm going to produce is going to make a big fucking difference. And I don't want to raise my kid in this bullshit of a system. The way things are now, especially politically, my kid is going to be broke as fuck. He's either going to be rich as fuck because he's going to be in a lucky position, or broke as fuck. The middle class is disappearing. Not wanting kids is actually looking out for that kid. I'll keep him in my ball sack or in the girl's hair or butt crack, wherever he lands. Hey, man, sorry about that. You ain't going to make it. But the last thing I want to do is raise a child in this fucked up world. Look, if you want a kid, have at it. Go for it. Your kid's not going to be special. Your kid's not going to be Elon Musk because you're not Elon Musk, because you're not smart. But I love it when people think that they're going to raise an awesome, awesome child, and it ends up chopping up people and killing them and eating them like Jeffrey Dahmer did. I'm sure Jeffrey Dahmer's parents thought that he was a super cute baby. I'm sure there's baby pictures of Jeffrey Dahmer somewhere. Look at this little kid. He's going to be he's going to be president someday. And he eats people. Stop it. Happy spouse. She gives the mouse. I bought my first house this year at 28. Would you have waited, or do you think it's a good age? That's a good age, I think, because you're starting to get your head out of your ass. And the way the housing market is, it's only going to go up unless you live literally in the ghetto or a trap house. I bought my first house at 21, my second house at 28 or 26. No, first house at 21, second house at 26. Haven't bought anything since because I just didn't need a house for anything. Right now, I honestly just need a massive garage with a lot of land and a little tiny studio apartment. I don't need a big sprawling kitchen. I don't need a den. I don't need a library. I don't need no. I'm looking to make money. And I need a place to play. And I need like a barn dominium type situation. And there's nothing like that here. Especially Houston. That place sucks. You're not kidding. Happy spouse. I'm happily aroused. Housing market is falling. Wait till 2023. Maybe where you're located. But in Florida, not even close. Oh, sorry. South Florida. In South Florida, it is ridiculous still. Everyone keeps saying it's going to happen. It's going to happen. If it happens, it'll happen in most of the United States, but not so much in South Florida. Happy spouse, happy house. There's no me or her. We're all in it on making each other happy and being a family. Yeah, I guess. Fuck that fool. I'm a boss, bitch. Elon Musk planning to cut 75% of Twitter workforce. He's the MVP. There's a good white girls out there, but they're in the southern small towns. Right. So where would you guys go look to find yourself a cute blonde chick, blue eyes, little booty on her that can cook, clean, and ain't looking to fucking save the world and judge everything you do, doesn't mind that you want to hang with the boys, race some cars, but you will treat her the right way. You'll prioritize her. A traditional Southern woman. Where are they? I could not imagine you being what do you mean watched Dahmer? I lived Dahmer. I lived Jeffrey Dahmer. Do you guys think I watch a Netflix show and go, oh, this is popular, let me... I lived half of this shit. If you're over 40 years old, you know of Jeffrey Dahmer. You knew of him a long time ago. Alejandro Flores' EPA agent gave me $4. Thank you, sir. Garage and gym, yes. Look, if I had the right space, garage, gym, and somewhere to sleep is all I need. God damn it. The dyno in it, banging system, gym, a lot of light. I'd never leave. I'd get Instacart to bring me groceries. I'd never leave that motherfucker. And badass internet so I can upload videos nonstop. House prices are going to drop another 20%. Maybe where you're located, but not where I'm located, South Florida. I agree. If you're in Kansas City, if you're in Missouri, if you're in Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, I get it. House prices will fall. In South Florida, they will not drop a fucking percentage point at all. I mean, the Midwest, but the problem is, have you seen Midwest girls? I haven't seen a Midwest girl that doesn't have a dream catcher tattoo or some stupid fucking tattoo on their face, leg, back, or arm. Midwest women are now becoming basically country trash. Have you guys noticed that country music girls used to be wholesome, cute, sweet, nice, just put on stupid boots and like country music? Now they're out there doing mud truck events. Dirty Ass 12. Muddy Butts 13. Bounty Muddy Hole 48. Yeah, you watch Rick Havoc and all those channels, and those are country girls. Those girls aren't in the city. Those girls aren't in the city. What, what, herpes 6. Well, I liked 1 through 5, but 6 was a little much. Come watch these guys hit a bounty hole with their diesel 8x8. Yee yee. Fuck that. The small town girl, hell no, everyone hit it right. Nowhere in South Florida, right, exactly. The disco hanging from the ceiling and the smoke machine, yes, exactly. That would look. Could you imagine if I started doing shows from a massive garage that had the weight room here, a big disco ball over there, a badass sound system, and my cars as a backdrop? It'll happen someday. I don't know when, but it'll happen someday. You really need a barn dominium, homie. Yeah, you can't build one here. I don't think it's up to code for hurricane standards in South Florida. And land is ridiculous. If you saw what land is going for here, land. An acre's $300,000. Like Dwayne Johnson, everywhere he travels for filming or wherever he goes, he has an $800,000 gym put up by his crew. He sleeps in it and does all he needs there. He also has a doctor that injects him with HGH and steroids. You guys don't think he's got a whole pharma group following him around and 50-something years old looking like that? Don't ever think he's natural. Oh, there we go. Mudbutt 300. Right, Mudbutt 300. Like, I love the names of those mud events because they're so ridiculous. So, if you're a white guy, regular American that makes $50 to $75 or $45 to $65,000 a year, where do you go to find a good girl that isn't looking to play you for your money? It doesn't have just money interest in mind, is traditional, sweet, nice, demure, quiet. Where? What do you do? And then you start seeing these guys and hearing these stories that these guys like, man, I got me a Filipina chick and I showed her $5 and she thought I was the richest guy on the planet. There are places where you can go to as a middle earning American, let's say the Philippines, let's say anywhere over there, and you can get yourself a very good looking girl that likes you. And yeah, the security, the money, I get it. She thinks you're like a fucking king. If you ever watch 90 Day Fiance, unfortunately, a lot of these women have illusions of grandeur when it comes to American men. They think that these guys are super loaded and ridiculous. But that's a very, very tiny percentage. But generally, women from Brazil, Colombia, like I am blown away that Colombian women were raised in a hut. Then they come here expecting to be treated like millionaires. And the problem is the shows they watch. Their culture, like Hispanic culture in terms of telenovelas, which is like soap operas, they make them think that they have to look a certain way and go after the high-end guy, when in actuality, any American guy will offer you a better life. If you're a Colombian woman and you come here from Colombia and you're trying to get a guy for citizenship, whatever, don't aim for the $150,000 guy. He doesn't give two shits about you. You got to aim for the guy that makes 45 to 75. That guy has probably a stable job, probably a pension somewhere, or, a 401k, which is probably trash right now. Don't even look at your 401k statements. And he can give you a way better life than you would ever live in Colombia, ever. But they come here expecting the best. And what happens? They get ragged out by those guys. Those $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 guys go out with the Colombian chick, rag it out. And then they go, there's another one and another one coming on a plane and another one. You think I'm going to lock it in with you when I got a conveyor belt of bitches looking to get with his bicho? Because they're taught, go after the high-end guy. High-end guy goes, yeah, look, I'm going to send you here. Bam, nail ya, get out. And those women end up with a $45,000, $65,000 Mike, Steve, Craig. When Craig eventually stopped looking for these Western women because they weren't treating him right, they weren't prioritizing him, and then these Colombian women that have been ragged out and the toto looks like Arby's, the shit they throw away in the trash, they're like, well, you know what? She cooked clean, looks really good, and this is better than I can do with any Western woman, so they'd probably do that. So a lot of these Western women are going to end up alone at an older age. I guarantee in 10 to 15 years, the divorce rate will be 70%, and women, there will be such a massive inventory of single 35 plus year old women. And those 35 plus year old women are going to go, it's too old. It's too late to start a relationship with anybody. And I want to have a baby. And they have a baby. And now they go from being a 35-year-old single woman with no kids and a decent prospect to being absolutely undateable by them turkey bastering something in their shit to have a baby because they knew they weren't going to make that happen organically. Guys, I've seen it too often, especially in South Florida, where a woman feels their tick, tick, tick biological clock is ticking like a motherfucker. And then they go, I got a turkey baster this shit. They turkey baster it and they go, yep, I have a son. Bye. I mean, bye. Happy spouse, get the fuck out of the house. I don't know. I'm just stupid. Walking pharmacy, Subway. Yeah, 100%. Dwayne, I used to respect him, but he went woke liberal. Meth. He used to have a place down here in Southwest Ranches in Miami. If her Snapchat score is over 50,000 better, hope the pipe and ghost. Go back in time. It's over, fellas. You lived in a hut. You now live in a 1-bedroom apartment with a dish, washer, stolen cable. You're doing way better than you did back home, Puti, right? Like, I remember dating these women, Colombian women. Tell me everything about Colombia. Oh, it's very difficult over there. You know, we don't have the cable. We don't have nothing. We got this. We cook it. We make our own fire and we cook it. Whatever I'm exaggerating, but what I'm saying is their standard of living was way lower than someone who is lower income here. But then they get here, they go, do you only have a 1-bedroom? You don't got HBO Max? I'm like, wait, just because I'm American doesn't mean I'm rich, but I'm 10 times richer than your whole fucking family 10 times over. What the fuck do you think you are? Sofia Vergara has left the chat. Back in 2020, I had to do work in Atlanta, Georgia. I was at the airport and watched maybe 6 or 7 women in wheelchairs get on a flight to Miami. You know exactly where they came from and where they were going. Right. So Atlanta is very densely populated with the African American community. And there is not one real ass on any girl in Atlanta. And they all go to Dr. Miami to get a Brazilian butt lift or BBL. They get fat sucked out of their tummy, tighten up the tummy, and then they take that fat and they inject it in their butt. And usually they're coming off of a Spirit Airlines flight. So what's happening is now these women are just getting ass implants. They're trying to look a certain way. And we just want a normal chick, man. We just want a normal chick. Are you trying to attract a basketball player, a football player? Yes. These women are trying to attract super high-end dudes. And what do high-end dudes do to girls like that? Actually, some stupid young basketball player might get you pregnant, and he might be your lottery ticket for the rest of your life. But a lot of these women come here. Guys, there is not many real asses left in this whole fucking planet. When I go to the gym, you could spot a fake ass from a mile away. And when me and my girlfriend go to the gym, I go, that's a fake ass, that's a fake ass, that's a fake ass. And she's like, So imagine trying to find a girl that's normal, has a cute little butt, and it's real, and is nice, and isn't a pretentious piece of shit, doesn't expect to be treated like a princess, treats you like, where do you find those? Where the hell do you find those? A normal to average looking chick that is not super woke, not super leftist, not super feminist, is cute, nice, and treats you the right way in the United States. Where? I thought when I moved to Texas, I thought most of the women down there were going to be sweet Southern belles. Cute, nice, cute blonde chicks everywhere, redheads, or dark hair, just sweet, pretty, nice, cute accents, sweet. They're Southern girls. They're going to treat their man totally different. Bullshit. Most of the women I knew of in Texas they were married and they're willing to fuck you behind the dumpster. And I'm like, but what? Yeah, trifling ass shit. I had better chances of meeting a good girl in liberal left Massachusetts than super red Texas. Not even close. I could actually meet someone that has a brain, decent. Maybe she isn't going to be the best wife, but Texas compared to Massachusetts, it wasn't even close. I had way better women to pick from in Massachusetts than anyone in Texas. It wasn't even close. I was with a girl, but that doesn't mean I wasn't getting hit on, because it was kind of nice, actually. Non-Western women are the way to go. Spirit Airlines is the Metro PCS of the airline industry, BBL Airlines. So what's happening with these airlines is a lot of them are getting mad that the wheelchairs are not being used for people that are actually disabled. The wheelchairs are being used for women that get their ass worked out. And nothing makes you... Look, I knew a girl who was on the heavy side. And she was tall, a little bit on the heavy side. Massive boobs, massive ass, little bit of a gut. I didn't care. She was hot. She was proportionate. She was real. But she wasn't happy how she looked. So she got the whole makeover. And you know what? I preferred her the other way. Personally, I preferred her the other way. Firefighter girl. No tits. Negative titty. Ass was 100%. Blonde hair. Blue eyes. Ass was perfection. Did CrossFit. Got breast implants. Looked totally stupid. Viva La White Girl says, leave it to Beaner. Potential spam says, I'd hate to say it, but the woman you were describing to find is someone who is working a blue-collar job. Absolutely. I work for a nuclear company. The women I come across are sweet, pretty, and everything. I've met women at docks, warehouses, Dunkin' Donuts drive-thrus that probably would make a better wife than anybody with a bachelor's, a master's, or a doctorate. Like, not even close. And again, a lot of women think that they need to have status in order to be attractive to certain men. A doctor doesn't want to date another doctor. A chiropractor doesn't want to date another chiropractor. I mean, that's not really, it's just bone cracking motherfucker. A physician isn't looking, they want a girl that's going to fit their program. There was a girl that not too long ago, I went to a Dunkin' Donuts, and me and my girlfriend went there. Right after the gym, she gets something. I get like a small coffee, just to wake up. And I hear this new voice on the intercom, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? And then I see this pretty attractive Hispanic chick at the drive-thru. And she's sweet, and she's nice. She doesn't have the big, dumb, stupid nails. She looks like a normal chick. And you would go, I'd go out with her. Like, I found myself saying, that's attractive, because me and my girlfriend are not jealous at all. We literally, hey, look, that guy, look at that. We're not weird. She goes, oh, look at that girl. She has a great body. I go, she does. Yeah. Well, I never say, look at that guy's ass. No, I don't do that. But I go, yeah, that guy's in good shape, especially at the gym. But this woman, I looked at her and I'm like, I could absolutely see myself asking her out. Absolutely. Women think that they are more attractive if they're more high end. And you could be nothing further from the truth. Not even close. Again, we will date a Arby's waitress, a Smoky Bones waitress, a Applebee's waitress, a cashier at Ross, if they seem nice and sweet and kind of cute. And a lot of these women that are high end, that have gone into crazy debt, have gotten lip injections, have gotten breast implants, they have a master's, and they go, what the fuck does he see in her? She treats me nice and she's cute. I don't give a fuck about her degree. I don't give a fuck about her lip injections. I don't give a fuck about her tummy tuck. She's cute. She treats me well. Lip injections are the biggest turnoff. Oh, Izzy R. I have a story about that. So I was talking to a girl one time, and I saw her photos online, and she was very, very online dating. She was very attractive. And I was like, wow, do you have any updated photos of yourself? Because I always ask for like updated photos. She goes, well, this photo that's on the website was last week. I said, do you have anything now? Because I wanted to, get a picture with a milk jug to verify you're a human. She goes, well, I want to take a picture now because I just got lip injections and my lips are swollen and bruised. Blocked, deleted, goodbye. There is nothing less attractive. I don't mind small, little, thin lips. Like, I've seen women have you ever seen women that put lipstick on past their lip line? They make a fake lip line. I'm like, stop. If you have cute, thin lips, just leave it alone. We don't need to have big, plump, stupid lips. Why do women think that? Okay, the men that care about that, ladies, are not the man you want. Like, I'm blown away that women go, I want to find myself attractive to a certain man. And the man that cares about your hair, your eyebrows, your lips, I'm saying if he's critical about them, he's not going to be a good dude for you. He just wants to be seen with a really pretty chick that mostly resembles a Kardashian. Not a girl. He doesn't want to get to know you. He doesn't want to get to know where you come from, how you're going to mesh with each other. He just wants to know a lip, certain lips, certain eyebrows, certain cheekbone structure, certain ass. And then you do all that work to fit his mold. And then he goes, I had my fun with you, bounce. I got to find someone else. Stop. Perky natural AB cups are better than fake CD cups. Sorry, not sorry. Absolutely. Guys, the big girl I was talking about, she had like double, triple, quadruple Fs. Big old ass on her. Big old legs. She was a beautiful woman. Got all that tightened up. And I went, I preferred you the other way. It wasn't even close. Evergirl sucks now, and I've focused on work and finishing school. I'm 21, and I've been working hard. Seems to have paid off. Have an interview tomorrow for a big paying job. Man, these things get in there. Jesus Christ, it just rips everything out. Always get the milk jug pick. Absolutely. Guys, look, I'm going to get free game. If you meet a girl online, and she looks a little too good to be true, it's probably a good idea to have her take a picture with a milk jug. And it's like, what? Say, honey, you don't understand. We have Indian, Chinese, and Russian scammers ready and waiting to try to get our Venmo, our PayPal, or any kind of info. All I want is to verify that you're a fucking real person. So get your ass up, stupid, go to the fucking fridge, grab a milk jug, and take a fucking selfie with it. Always get the picture with the milk jug. Tito Raso says, buddies and I call him FBO when tuned up and fake, full bolt on. Only ever met one girl who was more attractive in person than her profile. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever met a girl that was more attractive in person than her profile. Ladies, if you start taking angles like this all the time, have you ever noticed women take pictures like this? They're looking up at the camera like retards. I'm like, wait a minute. Why don't you just put the camera up to your face and go like this? Like, my pictures are like this. And they're like, oh, that you look like a serial killer. Oh, so you want me to... Stupid angles because, it was top down because you don't want to see the double chin. I'm like... I did a photo where I was like this, like this, like this, like a mugshot, and they made fun of me. And I'm like, well, at least you know exactly what I look like. I have no fucking idea what you look like. You're wearing a big stupid hat, like a sombrero, glasses that makes you look like a fucking fly, and lip injections and hair covering up everything. All I'm really seeing is a little bit of your cheek. Stop it. What's it mean if you look more attractive in person versus social media? I don't know. I've never met anyone like that. My catfish story still cracks me up. Sent me that picture, legs spread wide open. Jared Wells was talking to a girl, and he was like, the pictures he sent me were the most hilarious fucking photos I've ever seen, where she sent him pretty much porn. And I go, this isn't a real girl, dude. It was not a real girl. That was great. Thanks. Hoping it all goes well. You got it, brother. Horse pose, Alex. That's what they want. Right. And then once you show them the horse pose, once they show you the horse pose, what am I looking at? Your ass and legs. I'm not looking at your personality. I'm not looking at how you'd best fit my life. I'm looking at your legs and how they look bent sideways in the bed while I'm fucking you from the side. Right? I mean, you showed me your body in semi-sexual positions and you wonder what my motivations are? Stop it. Y'all really need to fucking stop that shit. Because I don't understand how women don't understand that we make that connection pretty easily. I'm like, you look like a slut. I'm probably going to treat you like a slut when it comes time to meet you. What do you got here? I had one that wanted me to make a profile to cam with her instead of taking her out for a coffee or date or something along those lines. She ended up being a cam girl, kind of like OnlyFans. That scene, I'm going to get you, sucker, always comes to mind. If it's hood, she's good. I had a girl. I'm a big proponent of FaceTiming or cam dates for the first date because you get the awkwardness out of the way. I see what she moves like. I see what she, and I don't have to leave my house. So I had this one black girl hit me up and she goes, if you're not willing to FaceTime me, then we ain't even going to meet in person. And I was like, I got no problem FaceTiming you, but whatever. So FaceTime, very cute. But the more she talked, the more she dug herself deeper and deeper. She was like, well, I'm an entrepreneur. And unless you're looking to make businesses, multiple businesses in many fashions grow in my community, then we shouldn't even go out. I was like, so let me get this straight. You want me to go out with you, not because of love, not because of, attraction. You want to make sure that we're willing to open businesses, multiple businesses in your community in order for me to even meet you. Is that what you're saying? And she went, yeah, that does sound pretty stupid, doesn't it? I go, yeah, how long have you been single? She goes, a really long time. I go, and is this how you come across to every dude? She goes, yeah, that's a little aggressive, isn't it? But why would I change for anybody? I go, that's the problem. That's the problem. You think the way you are has to be accepted by guys when men generally like a supportive, quiet, sweet, demure girl that just treats him like a king. And he'll, in turn, do that to you. That's not how they were taught. Need to get me some pics at the gas station leaning against the car, looking down. I was told in college that guys are usually more attractive in person and online because we don't go for the weird poses. Maybe you're right. Because women do this shit. Or they're like... Have you ever seen a picture where a girl's like that? Where they're like this? They're like... I'm like, I see the top of your head in the wine bottle. Or every picture she's holding wine or some kind of alcoholic drink. When a girl on a profile picture shows you nothing but her at the bar all the time. And ladies, you look really stupid when you put up a picture of you at a restaurant. You and I both know a guy took that photo you were on a date with. You were on a date with a guy. You're at a fancy restaurant. You have wine and a really expensive looking meal in front of you. And you have the fucking nerve like an idiot to post that as your profile picture. Imagine the guy that took that photo says, this dumb bitch made me take a photo of her at this really nice restaurant. She never took me up on a second date. And this fucking cunt has the nerve to use that photo I took of her as her profile picture. You fucking bitch. It hasn't happened to me, but because I've never taken a girl out on a first date at a fancy joint. Hell no. I learned a long time ago. Coffee, let's talk. And if all is good, it can move over to a restaurant. Stop it. Taking a selfie, drinking a beer. Alex, a girl gave me herpes. What should I do? It sucks that you got herpes. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I mean, just don't give it to anyone else. Or at least, if you're going to bang a chick, don't do it while the herp or the derp is acting up. Sorry. I can't imagine he's being serious. Replace the wine bottle with a baby when they have sunglasses in all their photos. Who's the bigger player these days, men or women? It's 100% men. All the freaking time. Because look, that's how we're built. That's how we're built. We play. That's how we're built. All right, guys, let's do some Bumble Swipes. That's right, Bumble Swipes. How come display capture? Oh my God, no. Oh no, wait a minute. Oh no. Technical difficulties? I can't get the fucking thing to, you gotta be kidding me. Let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can work my IT skills. I can't believe it's not working. Let me see. Display capture. You son of a bitch. It's not going to work. So I wonder, I'm trying to see how I can do it. How can I do it so that, see, the problem is I'd have to reboot the computer, and I don't want to reboot the computer. Let me see. Let's figure this out together. So I have display capture here and nothing happens. Boy, I should have tested this before I did it. So can I open a new source? Let's do it. Let me do a new source live. New source, display capture. Display capture 2. Okay. And we're going to do automatic, and we'll see if that works. Display capture 3 doesn't work. Nope. Display capture 2 doesn't work. Nope. That one doesn't work. And nope. So none of these work. So let me delete you. Damn it. That sucks. Let me see. Oh, I can just hit minus here. Can I hit minus? Yeah. Trash. Yes. Display capture 3. Trash. Yes. And that's it. So I got to figure out what I have to do to add a display. Let me see if another scene works. Oh, that doesn't work. Let me see. Does another scene work? Let me play. Let me see. Scene 2. Okay. Yeah. And we're going to cancel. And we're going to... Nope, it does not work. Dang it. Well, I think we're going to... Let me try this one. Display capture. Add existing? Sure. Yeah, nope, that does not work either. Well, I think you guys are fucked for Bumble Swipes because apparently my display capture... What happens is this. So when I plug in the other monitor on the dock, if I don't have OBS running before that, it does not let me actually show you the other situation. If no Bumble Swipes, can we get a dad story time instead? I'm trying to think of a dad story that you guys might enjoy. Just got off work. What did I miss? If you fight with your girl a lot, you should keep on trying in the relationship or just throwing the towel in 8 years deep. You're in that long. If you're fighting a lot, you got to get to the crust as to why you're fighting. It's not just bickering if you're fighting after being around for 8 years. So I'm trying to think of a dad story. So let me think about. I have a brother story, but I don't like talking to him too much because he. Do you have Bumble on your phone? I do have Bumble on. Wait, no, I don't. I don't have Bumble on my phone. Damn it. Let me see. Well, I mean, I can't show you this. I can't go like this. That'd be super fucking weird. Trying to think of a dad story that I think you guys would enjoy. But I don't think it'd be something about badass or anything like that. Dad basically, see, the thing is, I think dad's relationship, I think closely mimicked my relationship with my father. So I'll give you an example. And a lot of you guys, a lot of you men out there, let me just close Bumble because it doesn't matter anymore. Men tend to repeat their situations with their father. So let's say you were really close with your dad. Well, you're going to want to be close with your son. But my father's and my grandfather's relationship was very odd. So my grandfather committed suicide when he was 80 something years old. The reason he committed suicide is because while he could, I wasn't close with him, so I'm not like all sob story and shit. He's like, I don't want to be a liability. He saw his wife suffer from diabetes, heart attacks, and all this stuff. And he saw how much work and hands-on work it was to take care of someone like that. He said, fuck that. Well, I could still wipe my ass. I'm going to do it. So he hung himself. Right? So around that time, my father kind of started getting contemplative about my grandfather's in his relationship. So his relationship, my grandfather wanted him to stay home. He wanted him to stay in Puerto Rico and just live in Puerto Rico and just kind of take care of the family. They had like a plot of land and they all lived in it. But my father wanted bigger and better things. So by him wanting him bigger and better things, it distanced him from the family. So my father moved to New Jersey from Puerto Rico and he became a welder. My father was a Navy certified welder. He would go to the docks and just literally build boats in New Jersey in the late 70s. So when he would come back home, there was obviously some turmoil. There was a lot of turmoil. There was a lot of, clashing back and forth because his dad wanted him to stay home. He felt like he left the family. My father was one of 10. So fast forward. I am now kind of like my own thing. I told you guys about how many people went to my graduation, how many people went to any of my baseball games and all that stuff, but I didn't let it make me sad. It just made me super hyper independent. So one time, my dad, I think, kind of finally got around and asked me like, hey, why aren't you part of the family like your brother is, like your sister is, like your cousins are? We all congregate around Christmas. You're never here. We all, look out for each other on Thanksgiving. You're never here. So, I want you to be part of the family. And I always see you kind of being super independent. And is it something I did? I go, well, Dad. And, we were adults at this point. Dad was like 50 something. I was like in my mid to late 20s. And we all have this talk with our fathers or parents one day. That adult conversation. Like that adult conversation where I say, I'm a byproduct of what you raised. You can't expect to raise a child to be 100% independent. Let him do his own thing. Find his own way. Yeah, you kept me alive and you kept me clothed. Thank you. Appreciate that. But when it comes to all that extra stuff, I was 100% left to my own devices. Baseball, self-taught. Nobody taught me how to play baseball. No one taught me how to do anything. I had to learn how to sign up. I had to learn what position. I practiced like a madman outside all the time. I was just doing my own thing. So you could tell there was like a moment of sadness when my dad said, well, did I fuck up? I go, no, think about it. I'm independent. I make good money. I'm a good person. I'm a generally good person. But I think my father's biggest regret with the whole situation, with the way I grew up and with the way he grew up is he saw a similarity in how he treated me and how his father treated him. I said, Dad, that's exactly what you were taught to do. You understand? You were taught to, if you weren't into the family program, like your dad wanted you to be in Puerto Rico, take care of the land, take care of the family, be there, suffer with them, not make any money. And the moment you wanted to better your life, better yourself, go to New Jersey, become a welder, all that stuff, it was met with pushback. Dad, how do you treat me when I come to visit you and I have a brand new truck? Do you say, congratulations, good job? Or do you say, oh, someone must be rich? Huh? Are you sure you want to be seen with us? I'm like, you know what? Maybe you're right. Because the more you mention that, the less I want to hear it. So why are you surprised that I'm not coming over? Or I'm not being all chummy. I'm doing nothing but working and trying to better my life. Don't you think your dad thought the same thing about you? Don't you think your dad, thought, why is he going to New Jersey? Why doesn't he stay here and become part of the family? And the fact that he tried to push that on you made you do it even with more vigor. You went, oh yeah? So guys, that's 100%. That's 100% the reason I don't think I could be a good dad. Don't get me wrong. If I had a kid, I'd try to do my best. But let's be honest. I'm about my work. I'm about my purpose. I have a goal set in mind. I have many things I want to do. And kids are just not part of the program. So instead of continuing the cycle, why not just stop it here? That's not to say that I don't like how it came out. I think I think given the circumstances and the way I was raised, because, you know, I tell you guys that I grew up in the ghetto, this and this and that, but maybe you guys don't even believe it. Maybe you go, no, he speaks too well to ever be a ghetto guy. But you guys wouldn't, no offense, a lot of you would not survive 2 seconds in Holyoke, Massachusetts in the 90s and the late 80s. Like, no freaking way. It was a nightmare. But it made me stronger. It made me want to get the fuck out of there. And my dad trying to say, no, you should stay here and be part of the family. I'm like, are you insane, dude? Do you see what's going on here? Just like you thought, I don't want to stay in Puerto Rico. Have you seen what's going on here? A whole bunch of nothing. So once in a while, you got to have those deep talks with your parents, because right now, I'm sure you guys don't have a open line of communication with a lot of your parents. And if you're unhappy and if you're constantly doing things that you wonder why you're doing them, and you're wondering why you make certain decisions, you're wondering why you're not feeling fulfilled, maybe you haven't had that conversation with your dad. My dad and I were very open with each other right in my mid-20s when it comes to very adult stuff. I said, Dad, I don't like drinking and I don't tolerate people that drink. Regardless whether you're my father or not, when you're out there fucking having party and drinking and act like an asshole, I want nothing to do with you. You look like a fucking clown out there. And you've raised a proper little gentleman. And I really don't want to be a part of this. And the cousins are all drinking, everyone's smoking and having a good time, and I feel awkward as shit. And I show up with Dockers and a dress shirt, y'all wearing Looney Tunes fucking shirts, Tweety Bird, Sylvester the fucking cat, and Foghorn Leghorn. And I'm the oddball because I have a dress shirt and Dockers. The fuck out of here with your bullshit. So that's not a dad story, but we did have that very adult conversation very early on in my 20s, because I think we needed to clear the air around that. Eventually, your kids will become adults. And sometimes things aren't clear one way or the other. Things you did, things they did. And sometimes people just live their whole life in a fucking fog because they don't simply talk to their parents. A lot of people, the parents download some. Look, my ex's mom was the worst person on the planet that I'd ever met. And they never had that conversation of, you know, I'm going to be my own person until the breakup already happened. They had a big blow up, supposedly, after her life was in turmoil and shambles. And I'm like, well, kind of too late to have that conversation. So if you guys are having just difficulty navigating life, and a lot of it stems from your upbringing, it's probably a good idea to have a sit down conversation with your parents and have a real talk. It's going to be emotions, there's going to be shit happening, but you're going to have that real talk, because eventually things that don't make sense might make sense if they clue you in on some shit that happened that you were totally confused about. Man, I can go into details about that, but that would kind of bum you out. It's not a dating channel story. But when it comes to parents make decisions that you don't even know about at an early age. Like right now, let's say your parents just for like years, you were just hanging out with mom and you didn't know why. But those years were those crucial years where you started kind of, acting a certain way. Well, if you go back and listen to only mom's side of the story, like divorces, if you only get mom's side of the story with a divorce, you're fucked, because you're going to hate dad. But then when you talk to dad and dad goes, nah, your mom was trifling as fuck. She was sucking, Nestor's bitch on the backside. You go, oh, mom was the trifling one? Yes. And you know how I came to that conclusion is when my ex's parents talked to me about each other's situation. I went, it made so much sense. And it made me figure out that this girl and I are not going to last long, because her upbringing was super fucked up. Let's finish up with some comments and get out of here. I didn't even go to my own graduation. We appreciate your time, Alex. Tuval Angel says, then you leave and they say you never come around. Like, what the fuck? Exactly. If you had a kid, I would think you would go to every baseball game, graduation, etc. Yes. Look, if I ever had a kid, I'd do the right thing. I'd probably be a fucking badass dad. But I don't choose to have a kid. I grew up in the hood as well and made so many strides to leave and haven't been back since. Showing up a little late. What's up, Pat the One? Izzy R. I've seen a lot of people who grew up in the bad situation and they end up spoiling their kids, and the kids turn out horrible. My former best friends that would drink for a lifestyle as a hobby, I had to leave to better myself. Sorry, but you have to be looking out for number one. I mean, really, instead of having a kid, you're leaving your knowledge and legacy with all of us on the internet from your shows. Look, I've always told you guys, don't take my life as an example of what you should do. Just take it as advice. Just especially with the dating stuff. If you want to have kids, have at it. But don't say that me not wanting to have kids is the wrong decision. It's the right decision for me. And I was in a situation that life could have taken. There was a fork in the road, guys. There was a fork in the road 4 years ago. 4 years ago, fork in the road. Have a kid to stay in the relationship, be homeless. I chose homeless. I chose homeless. 100% on the divorce stuff, getting only mom side. I went through that. Speaking of the dating channel, don't forget to smash the like button, people. Yeah, we're all good here. Alex, sitting at 210 or 215, looking trim in his mid-40s. 222. 222. I've lost 20. 247. So 25-ish pounds, 25 pounds. I've lost 25 pounds in about a month. What did I do? Just stop eating junk. like that's it. The workout regimen is exactly the same. You could tell this is like a shirt I haven't worn in a while because it's kind of like a tighter fitting large, but I just stopped eating junk. I eat a lot of meat, not much bread. I eat 3 times a day. I work out 5 times a week. I just stopped eating junk. And all of a sudden, especially the carbs, my carb count is under 100 grams a day. I try to keep it under 75. Under 50, I pass out if I stand up too quickly. So I got to be careful doing shit like that. But anytime my carb count is under 75 a day, the pounds just fly off. But I also just don't constantly stuff my face. And at 44 years old, if I can get under 220, this guy goes off. I have a couple of pounds to go. I mean, the moment I hit 220, I shave this guy. But a lot of you guys like it. And my girlfriend loves it. My girlfriend loves the fucking beard. She doesn't know what to do. She's like, oh my God. I'm going to shave it just to meet my goal. And then I might grow it back just for me. I go to all my kids' events. It's a must, but the parents who scream from the sidelines are nuts. Sorry, I've been busy working. We'll catch up next time. Do what's right for you. Are you on TRT? I'm not on anything. Guys, nothing. I have not taken anything. No supplements, no creatine, no nothing. I just really watch what I eat. Super high protein food, and I work out pretty hardcore. Alice was looking thick on that dino video. Yeah, I was going to say, like, my dino video, like, my ass is still really big. I have big legs. I'm just a big guy, but the face is a little trimmer. I did a killer arm workout yesterday while watching the 19 video. Been working out a lot, trying to get bigger. Yeah, homeless to the Forbes list. I hope so one day. He stopped eating the cookies. It's okay. Melissa doesn't let me eat them anymore either. Right. Just got here. Is this a good one to rewatch? Surprisingly, he's still on. Keep the beard. The East Indian beard. Right. It's a little Araby, so I don't know if I'm going to keep it. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Little lady wants some attention, and I want some of her. So I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank you guys for coming in on this impromptu dating channel. I haven't forgotten about you guys. Look, you understand life is really busy, but I really appreciate the 100 or so of you that get on. That's a lot. That's a lot for a 4,000 sub channel, in my opinion. Most of you are from the car channel, but honestly, I really appreciate anyone that listens to my silly stuff. If I help 1 or 2 young guys out there or ladies understand how to treat men and how to get men and what men want, and if I've helped a couple of people out, awesome. If I've entertained you, awesome. If you guys watch me to hate me, that's fine. All good. As long as you watch, that's all that matters. So I'll be on tomorrow on the other channel. I'll be on primetime, Friday, prime time for a little YDBT daily. And then Saturday, I go to the dyno with the notchback. That's right. Tomorrow I'm going to get the valve covers and the breather. And then we'll head to the dyno with the notchback. I'm going to make a nice long video. Got to buy a timing light because I can't find my timing light. Do I have my timing light here? Where's my timing light? I could have sworn I had my timing light here. No. I'll buy a timing light at O'Reilly's or something. And we'll see if that car can make anything above, or if he can even match the 460 that it made supposedly at the parts farm. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the other channel. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, YDBT Daily. And then look out for the videos Saturday and then get back on it for talking shit. For Peasant Chat Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for listening.